What's going on, everybody? This is Over the Ropes. I'm Tyler.
I'm Cortland.
And this is your Smackdown review for January 24th, 2025 in Austin, Texas. What did you think of the show overall?
I loved it because I love Austin, Texas. I think it was a solid show. Nothing spectacular, but you hit those peaks and troughs. It definitely wasn't a bad show. I don't think it was quite as exciting as some others, but
Right.
there were definitely some little things that caught my eye, excited me. And
Yeah.
if you had BFAB and Apollo Crews winning matches on your bingo card, the odds were astronomical. But I was happy to see both, baby. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah. Have you ever been in Texas?
No, Austin
No.
is now the number one city on my bingo card I
Okay.
haven't been to.
My
But
dad
I do have a good family friend there.
my dad used to live in Fresco, which was literally right in between Dallas and Fort Worth. So, and I think my uncle still lives there. So I've been to Texas a few times. I enjoyed it. I like it. Um, but yeah, man, I thought
I'm
the
a big
show
foodie and a music guy, so I'm trying to get there.
nice, nice. Yeah, I thought the show was good overall. I felt like it was like, again, I like these 3 hour shows. I know some people don't, but I feel like the Triple H has a better time pacing and setting up these weekly shows with 3 hours. I feel like his pacing for 2 hours is trash. So, but all right, let's get right into it. The show starts off with Cody Rhodes' interview with Joe Tessitore in the ring. Joe asks Cody how it feels to have it, how it's going to feel to have his belt taken from him and hanging up in the Rumble. Cody says he's okay giving it to HBK of all people, considering his history in ladder matches. Um, Cody praises KO and says that the problem with Kevin Owens is when he's presented with a problem, 9 out of 10 times he takes the easy way out.
I think you said 10 times out of
Oh,
10.
they say 10 out of 10. I mean,
Yeah.
oh
He
damn,
always takes it
damn,
out. Yeah.
yep, yep. And then Cody, real sinisterly, I mean, he doesn't flat out say, I'm a politician, but he essentially says, I'm a politician, and reminding him that he was the first student of Randy Orton and tells him good luck.
Yeah, so I wrote this whole quote down
Okay, go ahead. Hit me with it.
because it really caught my attention.
Uh huh.
I got most of it, but I'll paraphrase. It says, maybe I smile. Maybe I shake hands. Maybe I appear to be a good guy because that's what I'm trying to be. But that doesn't mean that when you push a button, that this gnawing and this pettiness ceases, this overt BS, like the package pile driver. I tell Kevin Owens to not forget that I beat Gunther. I dethroned Roman Reigns. I'm the quarterback and former function of this place. I'm the grandson of a plumber, and I'm a student of Randy Orton. And then I think he said something about how he was like a mean, evil son of a bitch before
Yeah.
he was this. But what I
Yeah.
liked about this is I feel like maybe I'm paying attention to some of these words too much, but he said, that's what I'm trying to be.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I'm so ready for heel Cody.
Ah.
And I'm like, man, I feel like he really, really laid it out in this promo. I'm trying to be a good guy, but I feel like this feud with KO
Mm-hmm.
is going to turn him into a bad guy. And I'm here for it. And that, honestly, it's another reason I'm like, man, maybe KO does take this belt
Right.
and we see heel Cody run out of it.
Yeah, I would love a heel Cody, but they need to keep heel Cody kind of like he is now. Like, I want politician Cody. I want, what are you talking? Like just pretty much the character he is now, but doing more heelish things. You know what I'm saying?
He dresses the part. He
Mm-hmm.
talks down on people.
Uh huh.
He talks at you like he just threw a dictionary at you. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Right.
he's
For sure.
really good at kind of belittling people. And like one thing I love about like his name and all these things, like I feel like in some ways he's so opposite of Dusty that I'm like, that's his dad, but I love it. I love it.
Right.
I'm so here for it.
Yeah. No. For sure. For sure. So then we got DIY and Pretty Deadly in the back. DIY tells Pretty Deadly that they're not going to help them tonight against Motor City Machine Guns because Johnny has a
What's the
match
game
against
plan? What's the
Apollo. I
game
know.
plan?
I love Pretty Deadly. They're so great.
Yeah.
Like, they pretty much get pissed off when they're like, "No, we're busy. Johnny has a match." And Ciampa tells them to handle their business, and they're like, "Well, what about Legato?" And he's like, "Dude, I told you, handle your business." Like,
Yep.
I love Blackheart Ciampa and the way Johnny Gargano together in DIY because they're so different. You know,
Yep.
Ciampa's biting people's head off and storming off, and Johnny's like, "Oh man, that's just how he is. He's great though. Like, like he likes you guys. You guys are doing good, but we're just busy right now."
Yep.
Oh, it's so good. And Pretty Deadly turnaround. Legata stands there, doesn't say anything to them, lets them walk off.
Yep.
I like how they're incorporating people that hadn't been on the show for a while. Like, that's the other thing about this 3 hours. Legato's been on the last every week, pretty much.
I think since they went 3 hours, they have been on every single episode
Yep.
at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And they just continue to layer all these people into this because you've got the Pretty Deadly, you've got Apollo, you've got Legato,
BFAB.
Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, BFAB. There's so many layers in here, which I think that they're doing well.
I'll throw something at you later that I don't know if you got or not that will kind of add into that.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah. So then we got Motor City Machine Guns versus Pretty Deadly. First note I have is the tag team move they did where both Motor City Machine Guns had one of their arms, spun them around, and then both kicked him in the head at the same time. That was cool.
Yep.
I was like, damn, I like that.
There's a lot of good tag team moves in this match.
Dude, Motor City Machine Guns and their tag team moves are incredible. Like, they show why they're the best team in wrestling right now because they're so smooth with their tag team moves.
Yep.
Shelly hits the baseball slide and takes out part of the video on the side of the ring, pops it off. Those those are getting a little ridiculous. Like, they're everywhere.
The ring took a beating tonight.
The whole place kind of took a beating tonight. So they said that Pretty Deadly's gotten wins with this move, but that bad apple move, I had never seen that before.
I'm glad you said that. I heard that. I wrote it down. I don't remember seeing it. I don't know if maybe they use it. Were they in NXT UK?
Yeah.
Maybe it was that because I didn't watch that religiously. I do know that it's in 2K.
Okay.
The wrestling video game.
Yep.
And I'm like, I wonder who does this. I've never seen it. But man, they hit it, and I liked that.
Yeah, that move.
I liked it a lot.
That move was slick. I wrote down, I love Motor City Machine Gun's signature move. I don't know what they call it, but the one where the guy's laying down, Shelly jumps up, pulls his head up, and then Sabin hits the drop kick.
Yes. I wrote that down too because I don't know what it's called, but it's like he's got the legs tied up and he's got the neck up.
Yep.
And that kick right to the face.
And they hit it every single week. And I'm like, I love that damn move. Every time they hit it with it. Shelly ends up getting the pin. I said it on the black-haired guy because I don't know his name. I know the blonde's Elton Prince.
Kit Wilson.
Yep. So Shelly pins Kit Wilson with the skull and bones, and Motor City Machine Guns get the win. I love that they're wrestling every week, pretty much.
Yep.
They're so damn good. Like, you see what was announced for next week?
Let's see. What did I write down? I wrote. What was that?
With these teams?
No, I didn't.
8-man tag. It's going to be Motor City Machine Guns and Berto Garza versus DIY and Pretty Deadly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know how I missed. I think sometimes I fast forward and I try to catch up and I miss.
They only had it on the lower thing during the main event.
Oh.
Well, so they didn't actually announce it. It was just on the next week on
lower
Smackdown.
third.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So then we got Miz coming into Nick Aldis's office. He's all hyped. He's ready to go. Thinks he's doing Miz TV, and Aldis tells him, "No, you're moved to SmackDown." Miz's face white.
He's so pissed.
And he knows instantly Cross did it.
He's back with the Wyatts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aldis says, "Hey man, if I were you, I'd make some new friends and I'd make them quick."
Yep.
I love that they moved Miz to SmackDown. I hate that they announced that the Wyatt Six moved to SmackDown on the first Netflix Raw, and we haven't seen them, haven't gotten anything with them.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
There is a level of holding somebody back too much, and they're kind of doing that with the Wyatt Six. Like, I know you want them to be an attraction, and you obviously don't want them to be overplayed, which Bray was at certain points, but, like, they're cooling off way too much.
Give me a promo or something at least,
exactly. Though. Like, even like they did with Shinsuke tonight. Like, give me some of those,
you
know?
Just something to keep them fresh.
What did you think of this cool video package they have for Jacob and Strowman?
I liked it a lot, and I'd like to see some more stuff like that. I really like the movements, the stats. I thought that was super neat. I had that written down.
Oh, yeah. I love the whole, like, movement thing that they're doing, even with some of the, like, match graphics. Those are sweet. Yeah. This match. We did the prediction show for Saturday night's main event before this video, and, we talked about who we thought was going to win that. At the end of the day, regardless who wins that match, I just want it to be just a car crash of two beefy bodies slamming into each other.
Like, big, meaty men slapping meat.
Break the barricade, break everything, Like, the best...
Insert Big E eating popcorn here for this match.
Yeah. The best Braun Strowman was when they just had him destroying shit. When he was feuding with Roman...
Remember when he flipped that tractor trailer?
Yeah, that was the same. Yeah, that was the best Strowman. He was just destroying shit and running through stuff. Like, that was awesome.
I love it.
Give me more
he's
of
a
that.
big tuna, man. I love it.
Oh, he's so good.
Yep.
So then we come back from commercial. I think it was out of commercial break. And Kevin Owens just shows up out of nowhere and is pissed that Cody had an interview. Gets on the announce table, starts kicking shit, talking shit to Joe Tessitore, starts talking shit to Matthew McConaughey, who's in the crowd.
Yeah, he really antagonized and called him out for Ohio beating the Longhorns. Man, that's a real insult to that. That was rough.
He's telling him to come over the barricade, like, just chirping. Out comes Jimmy. KO looks annoyed as shit in the ring, and he asks him, "What do you want?" And Jimmy just says, "Man, you talk too much," and punches him right in the mouth.
Yeah. But why are you here right now? Because you talk too much.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Well, so
little segment.
KO rolls out of the ring, and Jimmy challenges KO to a match. I talked about this on Raw with the New Day stuff, and I feel like at least they addressed it this week, but like I am mildly annoyed that they keep announcing matches and then changing them. Like, why would Jimmy come out and challenge Kevin when he already has a match against Carmelo?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I have a note about this coming up. Yep. I'm glad they at least addressed it.
I'm happy they addressed it. And I'm not going to freak out too much because of that. Like, at least they addressed it rather than what they've been doing with the New Day. But this is a bad habit that Triple H has where they just push shit off randomly. They announce stuff and then it gets moved. It's really AEW-esque.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show how, things are always changing last minute. But at least we get some explanation. Yeah. And we got some words between those two later in the show that I actually really enjoyed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that was good. Next, we got Michin and B-Fab versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. First off, I love Chelsea's outfit.
I wrote that down. I like the USA attire she's rocking. Yeah.
That was great. That was the first thing I thought when I saw them. I was like, damn. come back from commercial. Aldis and Carmelo's in Aldis's office. Carmelo's like, dude, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? And Aldis tells him, hey, you guys have a match next week. He said, but hey, since you're here, I got somebody new coming in. Why don't you wrestle him? And Carmelo was like, dude, I don't trust you. Last time you pulled this crap, it was Braun Strowman.
And I'm glad that he mentioned that. Like, they circled back and explained all this.
Yeah, which they do. Again, that's one thing Triple H does do a good job of. Like, and all this is face, like, you don't trust me? What? Me? And Melo's just talking shit like, oh, well, I'll wait until I see him face to face. I'll tell him what's up, like, And he's like, all right, just hang out here. He'll be here soon, So the match starts. My first note for the match is, was Michin gonna go for the stink face when she was twerking?
I feel like she's been doing that the last couple weeks, yeah.
Has she?
Or
Okay.
she's been doing the it's kind of like the Uso like corner. No, not the cannonball.
Okay.
She does like the running hip attack. I think.
Okay, because then she did.
I don't remember what they call it, like the long back or whatever. She just twerks before it.
Yeah. Because then she did the cannonball and missed it like right afterwards. So I was like, wait, was that what she was going for? Or was she going for like a stink face?
It might be.
No.
I feel like she's done both.
I don't have a lot of notes for this match. I just mainly wrote like the match was good. Michin's great. B-Fab is getting better and better every week. Chelsea's,
and I like that they acknowledge that they put over that she's improved a lot in the last year.
Oh yeah. She's been so good. And Chelsea's great every week. Piper's great. The match was good.
They called her the security guard again, which cracked me up.
And
she was like, "You're clear again."
Yeah, she did "We're clear again." Last week was so disrespectful. Walking in on Michin and B-Fab. No threats here. No threats here. You're safe. Michin gets the pin on Chelsea with Eat the Feet. And solid match, man. I enjoyed it.
It was good for what it was.
Yes, it was. Yep. Afterwards, Priest comes walking into Aldis's office. Priest is the newest member of Smackdown. Thank God.
Thank the Lord.
You texted
I don't know if this was on video or not, but you definitely called this. You said that Priest, more than anyone, needed a move. So I was super glad to see this.
Yeah. Well, so here was my thing, right? I know I said Priest needed to move, but honestly, what probably should have happened is Judgment Day moved. So that way Priest and Finn were separated and Liv and Rhea were separated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, I hate that Liv and Rhea are still on the same show, but Priest and Finn needed to get away from each other. So you texted me instantly and was like, hey, good call.
Yeah.
So, because, he needed it. And all this says, hey, Melo was just saying he wants a match against you tonight. I was like, whoa, I didn't say that. Like, nah. Did you catch the Charlotte video packages this week?
I did. I saw it this week, and I was like, I caught the Charlotte promo this week.
Yep.
And she entered the Rumble, which ended up becoming a theme of the next segment. We saw not one, not two, but 5 entrants into the Royal Rumble. We started off with Tiffany in the ring. Started to cut a little promo. Also, wrote this down. 2 weeks in a row. Charlotte promo video.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Stratton was on TV immediately after.
Yep.
Coincidence?
Nope.
I think not.
Nope.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yep.
Let that hang out in the universe.
Yep.
It's happening.
Yep.
So we get Tiffany. She is interrupted by Rhea Ripley first.
Yes.
And she kind of talks about how she is also a champ and that people can challenge her as well. And then it was just like the one after another interruption game. So we got Nia and Candice. Mm-hmm. Then we got Bianca and Naomi.
Yep.
Was that it?
Nope.
Oh, no. And then Raquel and Liv. Yeah.
Yep.
Just kept coming.
Yep.
I didn't write a ton down here, but what I did write, I hate to say this, man, but I'm so sick of Naomi and Bianca. I really am. I cannot wait for this to boil over. And I think once we get, a little further ahead what happened here, I think it's going to happen, and I can't wait. One thing I did right, I think Liv has gotten a lot better on the mic. She's so much more confident. But I thought she handled that segment pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so with the Charlotte promo video, I really liked it. I'm not a Charlotte fan. When she was full, like before, she was taking those breaks and stuff. I was so over Charlotte, but I thought the video was really good. Announces that she's gonna be in the Rumble, and I
Yep.
thought it was well done. You're right. Instantly, right after it's done, out comes Tiffany.
Yep.
Tiffany's opening monologue, couple sentences before Rhea came out was interesting because I feel like the fan reaction to Tiffany cashing in was very positive, and I was like, "Oh,
Yep.
is she gonna turn?" But I feel like she started that off very heel.
She still cuts heel promos,
Uh
but
huh.
people eat her up.
Right.
So it's kind of this weird middle ground. I feel like it's kind of CM Punkish, where she can cut a heel promo, but people just love him anyways. So
Yeah,
she's kind of in that odd middle ground right now.
and it's gonna be interesting if they do put her up against Charlotte at Mania, because people, I think people are gonna be excited to have Charlotte back, but I don't think people are gonna be excited for her to come back and instantly take that belt off Tiffany.
People will cheer for Tiffany and boo
Right.
Charlotte in that
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah. So if
So
they think Charlotte's gonna come in and be the baby face in that match, she's not. It's gonna flip
yeah,
at Mania hard.
I'm so nervous because part of me is like, yo, Charlotte gonna come in and win the Rumble. But if she does, man, that crowd might turn on her. I don't want them to. I hope people are excited that she's back, but if she comes back and wins that Rumble to face Tiffany, I'm wondering if maybe she has to win Elimination Chamber instead.
I don't think they'll turn on her at the Rumble. If she wins the
I hope
Rumble,
not.
no, I think if she wins the Rumble, it'll be fine because it's like, oh, okay, well, her and Rhea are 1-1 at Mania, so like it's plausible for her to
Hey,
pick
that's a
Rhea.
good point. Yeah.
Uh so
I
like
just think about Charlotte winning, what, two of the first, like, six or seven? Because there hasn't been that many.
no, she only won one.
Yeah, but if she wins this one,
Oh
it'll be
yeah, yeah,
two
yeah,
out of the
yeah,
first,
yeah, yeah. Yeah. But still, I think with such a long absence, I think people will be fine with her winning the Rumble. But going into Mania, if she's wrestling Tiffany, then I think that's when people are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Tiffany just won the belt, and she's great." And then you're just
Yep.
gonna, have her lose to Charlotte? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
yeah, Rhea comes out, says, "Hey, I'm also champ. I'm gonna kick Nia's ass tomorrow." And frankly, whoever wins the Rumble, if they're stupid enough to pick me, I'm gonna hurt them. Nia and Candice come out, and I like that they at least addressed. Nia says she's entering the Rumble, and then's like, "Yeah, I know I'm wrestling Rhea tomorrow, but I'm gonna beat Rhea and then enter the Rumble and take the belt." I mean, I was fine with her announcing that she's in Rumble because not a single person thinks she's beating Rhea. You know what I'm
No.
saying? If it was up in the air and I didn't know who was gonna win, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck?
Why would you say
Yeah,
that?
why would
Yeah.
you do that? Because now I know she's losing, but not a single person thinks she's losing to Rhea. Did you hear Nia tell the kid his mom sucks?
Yeah. Your mom sucks.
Hey kid, your
She's so
mom
sassy.
sucks.
She is funny.
Yeah, yeah. And then Bianca, Naomi come out, both announced, like you said.
Oh,
Uh,
it was terrible.
yeah.
No, I hope you win. No, I hope you win. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh, man.
They're
I hated that
they're
part.
trying to have this like little minor hints of like not being on the same page. Obviously, I think that'll play into whoever took out Jade. But yeah, I think they're in a stalemate until Jade's ready. So
Yep.
that headbutt from Rhea to Liv that started the brawl.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
Excellent.
yeah, yeah. So we hit commercial. We come back and get a Teddy Long 6-man tag match.
Let me tell you what, player.
Rhea, Bianca, and Naomi versus Nia, Candice, and Liv. Match was good. Rhea tag as soon as Rhea starts the match, Nia tags out. Nia tells Rhea to suck it later on while she's beating up Bianca. She does the cross chops. Nia hits Naomi with the stink face and then gives the fans the crotch chop. Nia pulls Rhea off the apron and attacks her. Huge spear from Bianca to Liv.
Yeah, big one.
Crumbled her.
Yep.
And then Liv ends up getting the pin on Bianca with a roll-up that was actually pretty creative.
Yep.
And you're right. Liv's promos are getting better week by week, and Liv's wrestling's gotten better.
I am glad that we've moved on from Liv the fan, so Liv can carry her own. Don't forget, her first championship, she beat Rhea Ripley, and I feel like that was kind of the jetpack on the back. What? No?
No, you remember?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Did I say Rhea Ripley?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no. Which was awesome.
Oh, so great.
Huge endorsement. Yeah. I think Bianca losing, to circle back to what I was saying earlier, I feel like there's that boil with Bianca. I think you were right. I don't think it's Naomi. I think it's Bianca.
Have you heard
every week there's a little boil with Bianca?
Have you heard the rumors of who Rhea's gonna be facing at Mania?
No.
So, leave it up to the dirt sheet. So I'm not saying this is fact.
Yep.
But apparently there's been discussions of Rhea versus Bianca at Mania. Which, here's the thing.
Don't want it.
I mean,
don't want it.
This isn't the right year for it. They should have done that last year. And they need a better build-up because realistically, Rhea versus Bianca is essentially Cena versus Batista. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they're both really, really getting pushed borderline down our throats, and I see a lot of people kind of hating on Rhea about that. I love Rhea, so I'm not annoyed by it. I'm not sick of her at this time, but Bianca, I am so over.
Here's the thing. I didn't even get sick of that with Cena much because, I think you need strong characters. And I don't think
there's anything wrong with it.
And I've never been like, oh, he's losing, so he's getting buried, or oh, he got pinned, so he's getting buried. Like, that's never been my outlook on anything. So, I'm fine with it. I think both their stories are. I will say Rhea bothers me more than Bianca. Bianca bothered me.
Really?
Bianca bothered me last year with the damage control. My issue with the Superman character is when you're beating up 4 people at a time. So last year Bianca bothered me.
I hope you didn't watch AEW this week then. Jesus fucking Christ.
So Bianca bothered me last year because she was constantly making damage control look super weak. Rhea definitely did that in the Survivor Series. Taking the War Games match, taking baseball shots to the face and just walking through like she was Terminator.
And then she did her finisher off of the top rope with all that abdominal strength to do that move. Yeah. That's valid.
So there's specific moments that bother me, but overall, it doesn't bother me. It's just specific moments here or there that I'm like, ugh,
If it happens, I hope that Bianca has a massive character change because I am way over her current.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope they're not dumb enough to do it this year. It's just...
It's not the time.
It's not the time. They don't have the build. They don't have the story. Turn Bianca heel. Turn the Street Profits heel. I mean, that's what they did. She was a great heel in NXT. I know it's been a long time, but... She was awesome. She was great. That's how she got over to begin with. So
yeah, I'm cool with it.
And then after the match, we got Me Chin and B-Fab walking up to Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Dude, Chelsea got tore up in that match. You see that fat lip?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
busted
she
lip.
looked a little beat up. Yeah.
Michin said, "Hey, I got the pinfall win next week. Me and you for the title. Next shot." And Piper Niven said we need to get more bigger detail.
Yeah.
So what do you think that's about?
Oh man, I wish I would have thought of this going in. I think that someone's gonna come bail
On the
Chelsea out.
spot.
Yeah. Who could bail Chelsea out? Oh man, I don't know. Do you have someone in mind?
So I had wondered if, because I mean, not in a disrespectful way, but you're not getting bigger than Piper. So like, I was like, what if they bring in a tag team? And what if, because I don't know when the hell Noam's coming back from his injury, what if they
Oh
bring
yeah.
up Lash and Jackson as a tag team to be with them? As like cabinet members, kind of like JBL when he was champ.
Huh.
And he had JBL's cabinet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Piper'd
Yeah.
be like her security, and then like Lash would be like her like stylist or something, and like
Lash is a big, big woman. She's
mm-hmm.
strong.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's legit. I wish I could think of someone they're not doing anything with that would work. And honestly, the only person I can think of is that girl they let go. I can think of Indy who they let go, and the girl who kept blowing out her knee that I love.
Oh,
She was in Team Kick.
yeah.
Uh, I always
Tegan,
make fun of Bully
Tegan.
Ray. Tegan Knox,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I love Tegan Knox. Oh, she's so good.
Yeah. I can't think of people that are not doing anything with though.
Well,
Or what if it's Carmelo coming back?
it could be Carmella.
I could see Carmelo in that group.
I actually forgot to mark down when it was, but did you see the background part they had? This is what I was talking about earlier.
No.
And I think it was when Jacob was doing this promo. I think. I forgot to write down exactly when it was. In the background, Piper was talking to Blair Davenport.
There you go. Perfect.
Right.
Perfect.
Yep.
I don't know
So
if she's got the personality to be in that group, but maybe they'll bring it out of her.
maybe exactly. Actually, you know who would fit like a like cabinet member perfectly? Who's not doing shit right now? From Raw, Kiana James, because she had the
Oh
whole
yeah, she's due for a return.
right. Because she had the whole like businesswoman gimmick in NXT.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect, especially if they're gonna keep going with this like
Yeah, she
JBL
was a high
cabinet.
draft pick too. Did she get hurt?
Well, there was I don't know if she got hurt initially, but there was some pictures going around that made it seem like she got a different surgery. That
Yeah, I see she has she's been enhanced.
right. So
I just asked because if she was originally missing time due to injury, I mean doing some of these stage promos and segments is a good way to at least get her on TV while Chelsea does the wrestling. So that would actually be great.
you know what they could do, Kiana James and Blair, and have them as a tag team. Get them both
Yeah.
on TV, kind of, like because
I think Kiana's a better fit for that group if you had to pick one.
I think so too.
Yep.
But frankly, I want to get both of them on TV. They're both
Yeah.
great. They both got moved up from NXT and just disappeared.
Yeah. I
So,
was really hoping we were going to see more from Blair Davenport because I think she's really
especially,
solid.
especially Blair. I forget what
Yeah.
her indie name was, but
B. Priestley.
Bree Priestley. Yeah, but she was incredible on the indies. She was so good. So yeah, I want to see more of her. Then we get Johnny Gargano versus Apollo Crews.
My dude.
You take this match away. Go ahead. I know that's your boy.
I do love Apollo. I didn't write a ton of things, but the first thing I wrote down was, I love all Apollo's moves. He can move really, really well for a guy his size. And then I thought about it, and I hate the words that are going to come out of my mouth because I love Apollo Crews. But I just looked at him and I'm like, I think he's an AEW guy. I really do. He's moves. He's got all these athletic moves. He's not really a story guy. He's a moves guy, and I thought about it because I'm trying to figure out why he just like hasn't worked in WWE, and I had that epiphany tonight. Anywho, Pretty solid match with him and Johnny. A little back and forth. There's that spot in the corner where Apollo is backed into the corner. Johnny Gargano kicked the ropes, kind of like almost like a low blow, and then he had a really really nice combo. He hit the Enziguri into that Carlito backstabber.
Yeah.
And then at some point, Apollo ends up on the outside. Gargano hits the big boot cheap shot. It looks like the match is Gargano's. And then the Motor City machine guns come down the ramp, distracts Johnny, and Apollo gets the roll up. And Apollo Crews, ladies and gentlemen, has won a match in the first month of 2025. I couldn't be happier. Let's go.
Right.
But I love some of his moves. That gorilla press into the moonsault.
Yeah.
Give me a better move. I mean, this guy is out of control. He's so good.
Yeah, I love Apollo's moveset. That standing backflip that he does into the splash.
It's unbelievable.
It's beautiful. It's incredible. So I actually had another epiphany, and granted, this is probably an aesthetics thing, because they are both black and they're both bald. But I think it was right after that flip. He was getting up, and I'm sitting there looking at him. I'm like, if he can do it, he's a young Bobby Lashley. Athletic, jacked, muscle. But, like, I don't know if he has that mean streak in him.
You know what I wrote next to my AW comment?
What's that?
Hurt Syndicate.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I swear to God, I wrote AEW Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the story of the Hurt Business when they first formed in WWE, but like, if he can have that mean streak, which we haven't seen, like, book him like you booked Lashley, just a beast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's has the able. Frankly, he's more athletic than Lashley is, so
I'm here for it.
Yeah, for sure. Ciampa with that flying knee out of nowhere.
Oh man,
dude.
Was it a knee? Yeah. That was a heck of a strike. I don't know if it was a knee or a boot.
No, that was a knee.
Man.
Yeah. And I love that he got the win. There's a lot of roll-up wins tonight.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, but I did notice. I was like, wow, because Apollo got one, Liv got one, and did Jimmy get one? Someone else got one, right? I think somebody else might have gotten one.
No, Jimmy lost. KO hit the pop-up powerbomb.
Oh, yeah. So I feel like there was another roll-up win somewhere. But, yeah, there's a lot of roll-up wins this week, which is fine. I mean, I don't have much of a problem with it. So after the match, Jacob does... I like how he does these, like, promos coming out to the ring.
Walking to the ring. Awesome stuff.
It's so good. He says Braun's been compared to King Kong or Godzilla. He says, you ain't either one because I'm both of them.
Love that.
Dude, Jacob's promos. I'm not going to pretend like I watched a lot of MLW because who the hell watches a lot of MLW? No offense to MLW. But I have seen some of his promos from there. And, dude, he's so good on the mic. He's so good.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting some mic time. I'm not upset Solo's been off of our TV.
I haven't...
Because Fatu's getting some of this mic time.
Yeah, I haven't a thought of where they're going with this, but I'm going to save that for my WrestleMania fantasy
prediction
show.
Yeah. No worries.
But yeah, I mean, he says Tama Tonga is going to beat LA Knight tonight as they're coming out. Tama Tonga, yeah.
Gets me every time.
Every single time. He's so great. Like, I love Jacob, and Jacob definitely has, like, he's next in line for, like, whatever this new bloodline's going to be. But I have been the biggest Tama Tonga fan since I got introduced to the Guerrillas of Destiny with the Bullet Club. Like, he's just he's so cool. He's so cool. He's talented. He's great on the mic, too. And yeah, so we got Tama Tonga versus LA Knight. Yeah. LA Knight grabs the mic before the match, calls them both cross-eyed half-wits, calls Tama Tonga Tommy Tonga.
Did he forget his promo halfway through? Did you notice that little pause?
Maybe he's
Dude,
done that a couple times where he
yeah,
forgets his
there was some
promo.
dead air,
Yeah.
and I got really nervous. But thank God he recovered well,
Hmm.
and he finished that promo hot.
Yeah, with the talking about kicking Jacob.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said tells Jacob he's gonna kick him so hard he's not gonna be able to stop shaking. Does the shake and walk that Jacob
dude, I
does?
laughed so hard.
Oh, that was great. LA
Yeah.
Knight is literally the definition of like a 60-year-old man in like a 40-year-old's body. Telling people he's gonna kick their like keezers and like just he's so it makes references from like the 40s that nobody gets.
Back in my day, we walked
uh,
uphill to school
that's
both ways in the
right.
snow.
That's right, boy.
Yep.
So I said match finally starts. And, did you notice the armband, like the Cena style armband that he had around
I
his
did. Was
arm?
there anything on it,
Yeah, just
or was
LA,
it just yellow?
just LA,
Yeah.
yellow LA. But I was like,
Yep.
oh, that's interesting. I never noticed. I don't know if he's done that before.
I
But
think it's new merch,
yeah,
baby.
hell yeah.
Kids love wristbands.
And there's about to be a wristband shortage here soon, so next year, you know. So, Tamatunga hitting the barricade running clothesline like Jeff used to do.
Yes.
That was cool.
Awesome.
That was
Yep.
cool. Tama slamming LA's face into the stairs. That sounded rough.
Oh man, and that was a really good angle. I was glad he didn't get screwed up because that looked
The
violent.
camera angle was perfect.
Money.
Perfect.
I can't remember if this was the match. I didn't write it down because I was chowing down. I'm not gonna lie, but there was some really good camera work in one of the matches, and I almost think it was this one
I think it was.
where the cameraman was kind of walking along the apron and kind of under the bottom rope and then over the bottom rope.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it was
They
that one.
had some really good production in this match.
Yeah, yeah. The and not only was the camera angle perfect, but then they went straight to commercial, which
Yep.
was like, oh shit, is he okay? I mean,
Yeah.
then they
He
went to
screwed up.
picture.
Yeah.
They went to picture in picture, but yeah, no, that was creative. That was smart. Like, oh shit, that was. Did he really get caught there? And then straight to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Commercial.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was great. And then LA Knight ends up hitting the BFT for the win. As soon as he gets that win, Jacob yanks him out, tacks him, throws him on the announce table. Out comes Strowman for the
Yeah.
save.
That Samoan drop on the table was rough, brother. Oh my
Hey,
lord.
those new announce tables are sturdy.
Sturdy. Yeah.
Sturdy. Like, I was
Yeah,
like,
man. That
damn.
was it kind of looked like he was going to go for like a Death Valley driver and it kind of ended up into a Samoan drop. That was brutal.
Uh huh. Yep.
And then one big SOB comes down for the save.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
USA
Strowman.
with this censoring of the holy shit chants. Ugh.
Yeah, it had been a while, but I was like, well, at first I thought that the audio was screwed up because
Mm-hmm.
of LA on the table. It took me a minute to realize it was the holy shit chance.
Yep. Tamatunga tries to stop Jacob from getting in the ring. Jacob shoves him off, gets in the ring. Strowman clotheslines him out. Tamatunga doesn't let him get back in. That match is just, it's going to be Big E's wet dream. Just two beefy men bumping me.
That's awesome.
I listened to
Yeah.
and watched not almost every single episode of the New Day podcast. And that might have been the hardest I ever laughed.
Really?
Was Big E talking about his dream match against Goldberg. I don't care about your work rates. I don't care. That's where that comes from.
Really?
The two beefy men bumping meat. They were
I
talking
didn't
about
know that.
they were talking about dream matches, and Kofi was like, mine's always Shawn Michaels. That's always my answer. And dude, you need to go and watch that. You can look it
I'm
up
here
on
for it.
YouTube. It's because as soon as they asked Big E, Miz and Kofi start like giggling. And Big E's like, "What are you guys over there tee-heeing for?" Like, he's like, "What?" He's like, "We all know who it is. We all know who it is. It's Goldberg."
That's so funny. I didn't know
Oh
that.
yeah, dude. It's seriously, you can find it on YouTube, and it's the funniest fucking thing you've ever seen. It's
Okay.
I laugh to this day when we finish this. I'm gonna go and watch it again.
All right, I'll throw it on.
So after this, Miz is just trying his damnedest to recruit people.
Trying to make some
Oh,
friends.
actually, I think this is where the Piper and uh, Blair Davenport thing is in the background. So
Okay.
Miz is talking to A-Town Down. He's like, "Oh man, we'll run this show. I'll get you Marine 7. We'll make all kinds of money." Waller and Theory are pumped up into it. They're like, "Yeah, this is great." And I was like, "Oh shit, Miz, Waller, Theory, I'm down."
I could see them being a
Yeah,
trio too. I was
yeah.
kind of bummed.
And then all this shit pops up out of nowhere. "Hey, you two pack your shit. You're going to Raw."
And he was so relieved. He's so sick of Waller.
Miz's face of just like, "Dude, are you kidding me? Like, I got two guys to be on my... No." And
Honestly, I would have loved that trio though.
I would have loved it. Yeah, yeah. I was in for it. I was like, "Hell yeah, this is great." I was super in for it. Then we have
Better than teaming them with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Curtis
Sorry, I
Axel.
had to.
Curtis Axel, like,
The Mr. Raj.
a sucker for uh legacy wrestlers, and I wanted Braun Breaker did an interview, I think on what's his name there, O'Shea Jackson's podcast. I
Yep.
haven't listened to it, but I saw kind of like a written out thing, and he pretty much said using the Steiner name, he felt like was a like taking the easy route, and like he felt like he didn't want or need the Steiner name. So I get it, I guess, if it's his choice. But for it always drives me nuts when you have these legacy wrestlers and you're not using their names. Like Curtis Axel should have been a Hennig. I mean,
Yep.
don't get me wrong, he's definitely not his dad, but he should have had the Hennig name. Breaker should be a Steiner. Uh,
I hope it changes here at some point.
when Scott's
Maybe he makes a
son,
big babyface turn.
when Scott's son comes in, he needs to be a Steiner. You
Yep.
know, Cody has these.
Oh, I saw a picture of him like a month ago.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a football player. I can't remember where he plays, but he's a wide receiver somewhere.
yeah, and he signed a NIL deal with WWE.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
and
call.
Scott
Brock?
already. Yeah, Brock. Yep. And Scott already said that if he doesn't get into the NFL, he's going straight
He's
to
wrestling.
WWE. Yeah.
Yep.
And Cody has nephews. They need to be Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? You use this. Like, all right. So next we got Priest versus Carmelo. I'm gonna let you take this first because I got some things to say.
All right. So good fresh matchup. They did say that this is only the second time these guys have ever faced each other.
Mm-hmm.
The first of which was a tag match when it was Priest and Finn
Mm-hmm.
versus Mello and Trick. So a good,
Mm.
fresh one-on-one.
Nice.
Some good back and forth. I thought that Priest ate that first 48. I thought that was nice. Honestly, didn't write too much down in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a few things going on here, but Priest did get the win with the South of Heaven, I think is what he
Yep.
calls his choke slam.
Yep.
I think they made a good point that it would have been a bad look for Priest to lose his first match
Uh-huh.
in the transfer portal, and we talked about that with Bailey.
Right.
But man, is Carmelo Hayes ever going to win a match, brother?
Mm.
Is he ever going to win a match?
Yep.
I don't know. I have a little faith in what happened after, but I'm just waiting for it to happen. Has he won a match since he moved up?
I mean, yeah, he was trading wins with like Andrade, LA.
Oh yeah, he was in that best of seven.
Yeah. And he was trading wins with the whole little U.S. group there. I know on the Raw review I bitched about Bayley losing because it was her first match on Raw.
Yep.
So I think my opinion is this match shouldn't have happened because Priest should have won his first match because they're right. It would have been a bad look because it was a bad look for Bayley. But
Yep.
Carmelo, dude, I just got done saying I'm not the person who's like, oh, they lost so they're getting buried. But like Carmelo's looked terrible for a while. He just keeps losing. He keeps looking like a fool.
I keep thinking it's got to be part of a story here somehow.
Has
I
to
wonder if
be.
they weave Trick into it somehow or something. But this dude just, or I know this is maybe a little bit of archaic thinking because I think this is something Vince used to do. But do you think he pissed someone off and he's getting punished?
No, I don't think so. 'Cause, like they just don't seem like that's the way they're running business anymore.
I agree. That's why I'm saying it's a little archaic. It's very Vince, but
I feel like it
man,
has to be part of a story, or they had a story and for some reason something fell through and they just don't know what to do with him, but they're trying to keep him on TV. I'm not sure, but the dude needs to get some wins because he looks like a fool right now. He's just sucks.
I used to love the draft, but I look at him and I look at Kiana James,
Blair.
first round pick, and Kiana was like a third or
Mm-hmm.
fourth round. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yikes.
Carmelo did have that sick counter from the end of days, and he flipped into like,
Yes,
yeah, that was a hell of
that
a move.
yeah, yeah, that was a nice little sequence right there.
I think my big thing is like when Carmelo was coming up was right when Swerve left, and I remember thinking like, you know what, if Swerve, maybe Swerve will do better for himself in AEW, which he has. Swerve's been one of the few high
He's
points in
been
AEW.
very good.
But I was like, I feel like Carmelo has more like camera chemistry, and like just that it factor. And boy, has that switched like since that happened. Where now Swerve is
Yep.
like the man, and Mello just misses. So they get a video package from Shinsuke right before the match. He announces he's going to be in the Rumble. And these video packages they run with Shinsuke are awesome. They're so
I'm
good.
glad that they're doing them in his native language with
Yeah.
the closed captioning.
Yep. So then we get Motor City Machine Guns and DIY backstage. They announced that it's going to be DIY and Motor City Machine Guns 2 out of 3 falls match at the Rumble. That
That's gonna
match
cook.
is going to be so damn sick.
Yep.
Oh my
Couldn't agree
god.
more. I usually don't always love 2 out of 3 falls, but I think that with these two
Oh,
teams, this could seal the show.
it
And that's
really.
crazy to say at a Rumble.
Uh huh.
And like, I usually get really anxious and like impatient at the matches that are wedged in between the Rumbles. This is not gonna be a bathroom
No.
break match at
No.
all.
No. And I lied, so this is my third time saying it, but I did write it down. This is where the Davenport thing happened, because I do have it written down.
Gotcha.
So, third time in the show I've said that, but this time
Hey,
I
we'll get
actually.
there.
So, Cody and Priest walk into each other. Cody shakes Priest's hand, says he's glad to see him on SmackDown. And Priest says, I'll see you soon, champ.
Yes, sir.
Great. Great. It's not Finn. Give me Priest and Cody. I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I
A
feel
lot of
like
backstage stuff here, back to back to
yeah,
back,
yeah, but
which I'm cool with.
they're short little segments that wrap everybody together. Yeah,
Planting
yep,
seeds.
yep. So I'm down with it.
This next one was my favorite, though.
Miz and Andrade.
Oh, I missed that one. There was
Yeah.
another. Yeah, there's so many in a
Mm-hmm.
row.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
then we got Miz talking to Andrade. He's trying to get Andrade team up with him. Andrade's like, oh, yeah, I think it's a great idea. Just walks off. He's like, I'll go
What did he
find you.
say? He said something.
He said, I'll go find you someone. Yeah,
Gotcha.
and just
Yeah.
starts and just walks off, and Miz is like, "Hey, what the hell? Like, what are you
It's
doing?"
just drop.
And then Jimmy comes in. Uh, I don't know if he said something to Miz. I don't remember. I feel like he did, but I didn't write down what it was. Um, then Jimmy starts walking out to the ring, and then here comes Carmelo, and their little back and forth was good. I didn't write down anything that was said, but Jimmy told Carmelo.
Mello said.
Go ahead.
Mello said it's going to take a little more than 4 moves if you're going to beat KO.
Yeah.
And Jimmy clapped. Wow, excuse me. Jimmy said he's only going to need 3 to beat Mello next week.
Yep.
And then if you watch, the camera follows Jimmy through Gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, man, they fucked that up because you see Mello follow him in. And I was like, man, they didn't cut fast enough. But after Jimmy came down the ramp, Mello followed him out. And Mello actually jumped Jimmy during his entrance, which I liked. So
Yep. Yeah.
I think that's a winnable match for Mello. So maybe that's where the tide turns.
Yeah, and
Maybe, hopefully.
that's why I think they should have just done him and Jimmy this week, and then have him lose to Priest next week. That would have been fine. He would just had to win. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully he beats Jimmy. Maybe he just loses. He blames it on all this, and he goes to Raw. Maybe that's the story they're telling.
Yeah.
But so we come back from commercial. Jimmy's in the ring. They got separated. Out comes KO wearing a damn Naomi shirt.
That was awesome. This is becoming one of my favorite parts. Like, I just think about like wrestling when we were teenagers, and there would just be certain parts of shows where I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see blank, this week.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those things right now is I can't wait to see what T-shirt Kevin Owens is wearing to troll someone.
Yeah, just they're so great. Last week's was the best. The Dusty shirt. That's like I'm a son of like whatever
Security system.
Yeah, that was great. So KO gets in the ring, instantly just starts talking shit to Matthew McConaughey again. Like, does he just ignores Jimmy? Jimmy jumps him. KO starts talking shit to everybody in the crowd, asking if they see how strong he is as he starts flexing. KO tells the fans to suck it, hits the pop-up powerbomb for the win. He tries to hit the pile driver through the announce table when Cody comes out to make the save, and the show ends with them fighting around the arena. What did you think of the match?
Match was fine. We had a little super kick party there in the middle. I was surprised the Young Bucks weren't invited.
Oh my god.
Some good back and forth. Good to see Jimmy in the main event and to see Jimmy healthy. That Irish whip by KO was rough. I think they said part of the camera blew off, part of the camera mounting, I think.
Yeah.
KO is just so good in the ring.
Yeah.
These guys look good.
Yeah.
Cody comes down to make the save. That's a couple weeks in a row now that KO has gone to hit the package pile driver, and Cody comes down for the save. I am ready for I'm ready for this match. I think it's time. I think I've seen them kind of do this enough. I'm excited for this weekend.
Yep.
To sign the contracts and everything and get this match underway at the Rumble.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely time. It's going to be a hell of a match. And we'll see what happens. We'll see, we'll see what the contract's about. We'll get the contract signed on Saturday. We have one more SmackDown before the Rumble, which if I was them, I'd keep them apart. Maybe do like one of those side-to-side promo things or something, interviews of some kind.
Yeah.
And I agree. I'm ready for this match. It's going to be good. And then we'll see where they both go from there. So, yeah, overall the show's good. Like you said, there's a lot of backstage stuff, but it was world building, which I like.
Yeah.
I love when everybody's stories are intertwined. So, and they're doing a good job of trying to make that happen.
There's a show tomorrow night and next week, and so I'm cool with that. Keep some of these guys a little fresh.
Yep. All right, so that is it for your SmackDown review. We will be back tomorrow night, and we're going to do a Saturday night's main event review after the show. So you will see us
Yes,
then. Sir. And then until then, that is all we got for you guys. So we will see you tomorrow night. Peace.
Buenas noches.